So, welcome to the part one of Docker. Let's start understanding in easy words what the Docker architecture is. Okay. So the first thing that I would like to say is you should memorize a little bit or remind yourself of a virtual machine or what is virtualization in operating systems. Virtualization is basically just nothing but just a kind of a virtual operating system running on your hardware, right? For example, you can install VMware or VirtualBox or some sort of workstation which can provide you with a virtual machine or a virtual operating system which you can use even while using your own operating system like Windows, and many people use Linux as a virtual machine using VMware or something like this. So, but Docker is built kind of a relatable concept, but it's more cool in a sense that it is more designed for developers and software engineers and these kind of interesting things to it. So let's start by understanding what is the difference between a virtual machine and a container. So this is basically an image that I will use to show you or make you understand. I will try it. So if you first look at the virtual machine implementation, it has infrastructure of your system, and then it has a hypervisor where all the kernel and Linux kernel is written, and all those virtual kind of hardware is designed. So what you can do here, you have your virtual machine here, and you have app A, and here you have a different kind of guest OS built on top of your hypervisor. Like this is your complete operating system, which has a sharing of your hardware resources. Like for example, you've taken 2 gigabytes of RAM to your virtual machine, and that is done. You know, it's not easily scalable, and you really have given it to it. Like doesn't matter if you use it completely or not, but it's totally given to it. All your hardware resources are given to it, right? So, but if you see in a container-based implementation, it is kind of similar to virtual machine, but the main difference is that it is built on top of your host operating system, not on base of your hypervisor. On top of your operating system, what we can do, we have a Docker daemon, which is you can also refer to as Docker engine for the moment. And in the Docker engine, you have multiple containers running, which you can understand as a kind of virtual machine, but not exactly a machine which has a fixed resource or resource manipulation given to it. It can be dynamic, it can be many things done to it, but it is mainly designed for just applications which are running on your containers, right? So container is really lightweight and they are scalable, more scalable than virtual machines. So that's why they are right now the future of it. If you don't understand it much, just wait a little bit and we can dive deep into it and understand these things into detail as the time or the tutorial goes by. So next I'm going to talk about the Docker architecture. Just give me 1 second.